Hey there guys, it's Jacob back again, and since there is literally the word anime in my name, or at least in my Twitter name, I decided to watch, or react to top 10 anime that everyone needs to watch. And I will let you know if I have watched these anime myself as we go through the video. I'm pretty sure this is Watch Mojo, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. Let me turn it up too.
This video is brought to you by Crunchyroll. Check out Crunchyroll to watch some of the anime featured in this video and support the creators in Japan. New to anime? We got you covered. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 anime that everyone needs to watch.
Okay, so they're starting off with, is this Re:Zero? Is that what they're starting off with? Because I've watched Re:Zero.
For this list, we'll be counting down both anime series and films that even the most casual of fans should check out. We're basing our choices on their accessibility, overall impact, and what they bring to the fray.
Oin Kyoma's mind recognizes no limits. Neither does his reach.
Number 10, Fate Zero.
Now, I'm going to say something about Fate Zero. I've watched some of Fate Zero. I'm not particularly interested in Fate Zero. But that's just me.
Now, trying to explain the Fate series to an outsider might seem like a Herculean labor in itself, given the series' fondness for playing around with its own timelines. But if we had to recommend an entry from the franchise, it would be this one. Not only do you get some truly compelling characters who happen to be inspired by some of history's greatest icons, but some stellar fight scenes that bring a new meaning to the phrase culture clash. From the noble saber, insatiable rider, villainous archer, and disturbing caster, each is bringing a little piece of history with them, as well as some breathtaking noble phantasms. Number 9, Durarara.
Now, I've watched Durarara too, and oh my god, the beginning is so boring that I couldn't get into the whole series, and I just dropped it. It is the most boring beginning I have ever seen on any anime, and I just couldn't. It was too boring for me. I just couldn't finish it.
Holy shit! Equal parts comedy, craziness,
and I like to comment that it looks like they got a lot of dubs going on here. I do not watch dubs at all, unless it's Dragon Ball Z, just because the Japanese sounding guy for Goku is a girl, and sounds like a girl, and I really can't stand dubs for the most part, so I'm going to continue on with this.
Character study. The inhabitants of Ikebukuro are truly some of anime's most memorable faces. While you do have your typical young leads who act as our catalyst to this rather violent city, we have to turn your attention to the following. Shizuo Hiwajima, a man so strong that he can send whole gangs flying with just one punch. Izaya Orihara, a rather sadistic information broker who lives to piss Shizuo off. And Selty Sturluson, a sweet and sensual woman with a love of motorbikes who happens to be missing a hand. Did we mention that this show is the best kind of weird?
What the hell are you?
Number 8, Usagi Drop.
Now, I have not saw this anime. I know all about it though, and I may just watch it. I'm not sure.
Are you desperately in need of that fuzzy feeling? Well, prepare yourself for a treat.
俺んち来るか？
ちょっと
This story of fatherhood follows the rather unremarkable Daikichi Kawachi as his aimless life is given a new purpose when he chooses to adopt Rin, the supposed illegitimate daughter of his grandfather. With Daikichi's compassion and Rin's cuteness complementing each other seamlessly, the trials, tribulations, and triumphs these two strangers go through are bound to have your soul singing by the time the credits roll. Number 7. One Punch Man.
One of the most badass anime currently out. Yes, I have seen One Punch Man. I'm waiting for season 2. I don't know when it airs, but I know that it's going to air and it has been announced.
Do you like supernatural heroes so powerful that it borders on being laughable? Well, we have just the thing. As the titular One Punch Man, Saitama is a costumed hero who lives up to his nickname by defeating every opponent he comes across with a single blow.
すまん。いや、わざとじゃないんだよ。寸止めしようと思ったら勢いでぶつかっただけで。
You would have thought that this would get rather stale after a while, but by breaking apart your typical anime cliches in favor of solid comedy and stellar visuals, not to mention increasingly crazy supervillains for Saitama to battle, the premise works like a charm. We'd also recommend watching the likes of Mob Psycho 100 if you...
Yeah, Mob Psycho 100 I've also seen. That's getting a season 2 as well. I will probably be watching it.
See more from the same creator. Number 6. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Now, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, of course I've heard all about. I have not watched. There's just too many seasons for me to get into it. There's like 5-6 seasons or something. That's just too many for me to get into. But yeah, I'll go ahead and continue with this. But I've heard that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is pretty badass. But like I said, that's just too many episodes, and I just don't want to really get into it all that much.
To say that the tale of the Joestar family is bizarre would be something of an understatement. Transcending time, themes, and even logic, the misadventures of our multi-generational protagonists, who happen to share the name of JoJo, offer a strange blend of some truly bizarre fight scenes, Western inspiration, and outrageous comedy.
砂で砂漠の砂は無菌なのだ Oh my god!
Though the series is...
Oh my god, that dude's always yelling that. That I have seen.
For 20 years old, it's only met worldwide acclaim recently after the anime adaptation was released. One thing's for sure, you won't be able to hear the words "Ora, ora, 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 ora" after this without wincing. Number 5, Akira.
Well, Kaneda?
No, that is a very old movie. Very old. I have not actually watched it. I probably should. I'm gonna get a lot of heat for that. If anybody ever sees this video, then I might get some heat off of that, but I probably should watch it. I just haven't yet.
What are you gonna do now?
God, they like their god-awful dubs, though. I do not like the dubs at all. Except for very few anime.
Citywide destruction and psychological horror all wrapped up in a cyberpunk package set in a dystopian future? Count us in. In what many consider to be one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time, we're treated to a visual onslaught of gang violence blended together with psychic warfare as two former friends, Kaneda and Tetsuo, end up on opposite sides due to Tetsuo's awakened psychic powers. Both beautiful and gruesome in its presentation, it's easy to see how this classic has withstood the test of time. Tetsuo! Number 4, Gurren Lagann.
Now, I have saw all of Gurren Lagann. Number 4, yes. Action. Literally all of it. Action.
See you grit those teeth!
And of course, they're god-awful dubs again.
It's no secret that there are ridiculous amounts of mecha anime out there. Though, to be honest, who doesn't love seeing giant robots pummel the crap out of each other? But, if you're hungry for spectacle and also want an engaging cast to keep you invested, then your best bet is to stick with Team Daiguren.
Just who in the hell do you think we are?
Not only do the mechas eventually end up becoming bigger than the size of whole galaxies, but you have one of the manliest men in all of anime leading the charge. Wait, you don't know about Kamina?
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Number 3, Cowboy Bebop.
Now this, yes, I've seen Cowboy Bebop. This is a classic. I love it. I need to buy the Blu-rays for it. If I get the chance, I probably will. I got a lot of anime I need to buy. A lot.
What could be cooler than following a group of dysfunctional bounty hunters as they end up running and gunning their way out of one impossible situation to the next? How about setting the whole thing in space? Pretty cool, huh? Whether you're a fan of gritty slugfests or everything sci-fi, the less than diplomatic exploits of the Bebop crew never fail to hit their mark. And don't get us started on the characters. Everything from Ed's eccentricity, Jet's rough sincerity, Faye's femme fatale persona, and of course, Spike's outwardly suave guise that only hides a bloody, tragic past. Be prepared to go through the emotional ringer on this one, folks.
Yeah, I know. I know the whole sad story.
Number 2, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Of course, they're gonna say the remake, which the remake's probably more, better. Full Metal Alchemist, the first one went off because the manga wasn't finished. Then they redid it, after it finished. So that's understandable. Yes, I have seen Full Metal Alchemist as well, along with the movie too.
Someday soon, I'm coming back for you.
And again, you got awful dubs. Do you have to put the dubs in, really?
Just you wait.
While the original series is definitely worthy of merit, we feel that its later incarnation is the superior series. Led by the determined yet broken Elric brothers, the narrative follows a huge roster of characters who use the art of alchemy to try and protect, reshape, or destroy the world as they know it.
He's not even using a transmutation circle.
Not only are you getting a top-notch story and wild action scenes thanks to the incorporation of transmutation, but you'll also find yourself encountering some rather heavy subject matter. Religion, militarism, genocide, family, sacrifice, and revenge all permeate the series from the get-go. So rest assured that it knows when to bring the smiles and when to go into the darkest places of the human experience. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
FLCL, I love that anime as well. It's getting in season 2. I cannot wait to see it. It's gonna be great. I gotta buy the Blu-rays for this as well. Of course, they do Ghost in the Shell. That's obvious.
I don't believe it. Thermoptic camouflage.
The saddest anime I have ever seen, ever. Your Lie in April. Do not watch it, you will cry at the end.
Number 1, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
That's their number 1 pick. I mean, I guess. I've seen it too. I've seen it. I didn't like it that much. It was okay. It's probably a classic, yeah. But I don't like the mecha all that much in general. So maybe that's why I didn't. That and Gurren Lagann was good, just straight action. But the mecha, I wasn't feeling all that much.
Of course. In this whole city, there's no place that's familiar.
This is...
In their god-awful dubs again. Let me fix the lighting in this. Quick. Excuse me. There we go. It's my PlayStation from lighting from my TV.
You're home now.
Don't be quick to dismiss this one as another young hero pilots giant robot and defeats aliens anime, because the depth of the conflict surrounding this particular series is almost legendary. As we follow our protagonist Shinji through his struggles against the cosmic threat known as the Angels, we are bombarded with religious symbolism, the depths of human depravity, more bloodshed and death than we know what to do with, and various endings that have caused everything from praise to confusion to outrage.
It's eating the angel.
Adore it for its uncompromising narrative, or hate it for its complexity. Whatever your views may be, we highly recommend that you take a gander at it and choose for yourself.
Now we're even, Shinji.
Do you agree with our list?
I won't watch this anymore!
What do you think is the anime that everybody needs to see?
If you think I'll let you get away with this, you're an idiot!
With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
This video is brought to you by Crunchyroll. As a Watch Mojo fan, you can try out Crunchyroll Premium for free for 30 days and enjoy lots of...
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. This is a long-ass video, but, yeah, I've seen almost all of those anime. Almost all of them. And for the most part, I guess I agree with their list. But mechas aren't really... So I'll watch them, but I like your straight action. You know, I like the harems. Who doesn't like the harems? I like your action, your comedy. You know, a little bit of your horror. Not too much of horror. Tokyo Ghoul in general, I like, but there's some horror that I don't like. But I mean, yeah. It's just, I've seen all those animes. I'm going to do another anime list, just because I probably should, because anime is in my name, so I probably should do it. But if you like this video, you know, give me a like, a thumbs up, you know, maybe subscribe, and have a great day. And see you again.